episode.
There's about
5
or 6 episodes that you guys don't know about.
Subscribe to the Patreon and give us money, and we'll give you access to the unreleased episodes. Anyway, I'm your host, Jake. Joining me tonight, we're doing a Saturday night recording. It's
Saturday,
late night one.
April, and a date that's not April, because that's what Gage said last week. He's like, it's April 26th. He's so confident in it. It wasn't even April.
Joining me is Gage.
It's me, the guy who fucks everything up.
And Anthony.
We got the soundboard working.
Hey, I'm so happy. I was so upset last
I know.
podcast. When I was listening back, I could just think about how upset I was at not getting this motherfucking soundboard. And now my happiness is at a level that I don't think I can handle. I think I just got to end it now. I don't think I'll ever get to this level of happiness again.
It's extreme.
Get that big stuff out of here.
Oh my
There's extreme opposites. He was very sad last episode, and then we just me and Gage just tore him apart with argument, UFC and guns.
Yeah.
And now he's doing.
Now he's a UFC fan.
Yeah, do you know what I say about UFC and guns?
Get that big stuff out of here.
Yeah, that's what I say.
We have
Get that
Austin Carr
fucking
in the
weak shit
corner.
out of here.
Yeah,
We hired
Austin
him to
Carr's
only
here.
say that.
Yeah.
That's all we can afford. It's fucking expensive. Every word you gotta that's a real
Get
expensive
that
thing.
weak stuff out of here. That's 6 words if you count outa as one word.
It's $50 a word.
Well, there's actually there's a apostrophe in it too, so you gotta take another.
They charges for the apostrophe
Yep,
as
you're
well.
getting. Yep, you gotta take the apostrophe.
Jeez.
If things sound weird this episode, it's because we're using a new program now for the soundboard too.
We're gonna say that a
we're
lot.
testing shit out, and that's how it's gonna be.
I mean, from what we were doing before, it sounded pretty good.
I think it
So,
sounds great.
Hopefully, it stays this way.
Yeah, and if you got complaints, leave them at the front desk, bitch. That's right.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Well,
How y'all doing? It's Saturday. It feels weird. What time is it now?
I know
it's like 11
it's probably
o'clock.
pretty late.
Yeah, late.
It's Saturday night. Usually we record on Sundays,
Saturday,
in the
Saturday.
late morning.
usually
but,
12 hours prior to now.
Right. But we have some prior arrangements going on tomorrow, so we're doing this for you guys.
5 minutes of technical bullshit later.
Good laughs that I wouldn't
And
have
now
gotten
we're
without
not
it.
using the soundboard.
And now
we'll
all I
see
want to
how it
do.
goes. Let's do a loudness test. Loudness test.
All I want to do is touch the soundboard.
All he wants to do is touch that goddamn soundboard.
All
The
I wanna
soundboard
do
I
since
made the
day
rules.
one has been
soundboard.
I made the rule I can't touch it, but all I want to do is touch it. So fucking
Don't do it.
I
It's
just-
so goddamn late, and I have to go home and walk my dog when we're done with this dumbass fucking
Why is it on to you that you have to
podcast?
walk
Why
the
are we
fucking
Why
dog?
can't you just let your dog out?
I don't even like
Give us
this
Because she'll get picked
backyard.
up by a fucking pigeon.
Yeah, she's like tiny. Have you seen my dog?
No.
Well, it's Megan's dog, and she's a Shih Tzu. Her name's Sasha.
Yeah, she's a little shit. That's for sure.
We call her.
Her name is Sasha. Her name is Sasha. I am in love with her because she's so cute. She's a little tiny Shih Tzu.
Like, your
She's
cat's
6 years
bigger than him.
old.
No.
Your
for
cat,
real?
your cat's
Yeah,
bigger
your
than
cat's
her.
probably-
She's that small.
Probably just. Well,
Like,
on a fresh
height-wise?
haircut, she's smaller than your cat.
Yeah, height wise, your cat's probably taller, but like
Length.
weight wise,
That's how
no
cute she is.
length. You're also probably bigger. I'd say weight wise,
show you a
probably
picture.
about the
Yeah,
same.
show me a picture.
Look
I
at
wanna
my
put a-
screen.
What is this?
What is what?
A CBD.
What is this?
It's
CBD.
Green Greens.
Oh, the Oklahoma smokes?
Yeah, we broke them down. We're selling them to. We're selling. We're selling it to high school kids.
That's my dog.
Oh,
kitty.
Yeah, she's wearing glasses.
You know what's really funny?
I'm itchy.
Well, it's not really funny, but you know how my grandpa had that brain tumor?
Oh, that's so funny. I love brain tumors on old people.
Well, so he can't, he knows what things are, but he
Yeah.
can't say them. So every time he sees a dog, he goes, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty."
Wait, what's your grandpa's name again?
Art.
Art. Yes, dude, he's hilarious. He does
Yeah. It
puzzles.
was like, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty,"
Here,
and it's a
kitty,
dog.
That's sad.
God bless him.
We
I love
laughed.
him.
That's really sad.
I love brain tumors.
You know what's even more sad?
What's that?
The clicking hasn't started.
The clicking hasn't started.
So
That
literally
means it's
everything-
Anthony's soundboard.
It's this fucking soundboard,
We've
dude.
been having so many issues with this goddamn soundboard.
Mm-hmm.
If you're listening to this still,
No one is.
no one.
This is not. This is
Me
not
and
going
Anthony
anywhere.
have been probably fucking with this shit for a good week now. I mean, not really, but every time we hang out, we give a good fucking 2 hours, and today we did at least including this shit,
Look at
4
him.
hours.
Look
of
at him.
fucking.
Look
So
at him.
mad. I'm
You
so
can,
mad,
you can
dude.
see the disappointment. You can see the sheer sadness.
I just know I'm gonna have to look up some fucking YouTube
We're
videos.
probably gonna have to buy a
Well,
mixer.
Why? I was thinking that, and I was thinking,
like an interface.
Yeah, like an actual interface.
Dude, let's just fucking drop like $3,000.
I mean, there's really nothing stopping us.
And let's
from
all
doing
just
that.
fucking get like high quality. I'm talking like new mics, interface. Like, let's go fucking balls to the wall.
that'd be like my whole bank account.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where
No,
I'm gonna
not
get this money.
$3,000 each.
Oh,
Didn't you
mean
guys
like
just
3,000
get like
total?
collectively? Didn't you guys get stimmies?
Bought a computer.
Hookers and blow, dude. I already
Okay,
said.
so you
Fucking
so
built
you,
a computer.
all right. Well, then that's your 1,000. What was that? $100.
130.
And he just
Oh,
bought
and- okay.
Ableton Live.
and that was
so
not
you owe
100.
$800, and I'll drop
I
it
already
to
said
you.
hookers and blow,
$800?
dude. They're not cheap.
It's literally so. This whole problem is literally that because we've been talking now for a good,
Good 5 minutes now, probably. There's
nothing,
No clicking.
not even.
Story's not good enough. Story's not good enough. Story's not good enough. Story's not good enough. Story's not good enough.
Yo, that's your problem. Yo, that's your problem. Fuck. Yo, that's your problem.
If my computer
Fuck you.
blows
Yo,
up,
that's
it's your
problem.
fault.
Fuck you.
All right, let's see how long until the clicking starts.
Not do any of this. Yeah.
How
what
sad
if
would that
it just
be if it doesn't do it at all?
If it doesn't, then I literally don't know what to do.
Right.
Because now it's literally not doing it. I don't hear any clicking now.
Well, hold on. Give it a minute.
Just give it a minute.
Just give
Yeah,
it a
let's
minute.
just go dead air.
Play.
Well, no, because it starts when we talk. Like it'll gradually creep up. I can almost hear it. Well, now I can't hear because no one's talking.
Do you hear that?
Dude, when it's really, really quiet in my house and my cat's drinking water, it just sounds like.
It's crazy in my house when I'm just like alone and there's nobody there. This is what my house sounds like. I should have done the long one.
I am surprised you didn't.
I know I really set it up for the long one, but
You
I
really
was
did.
disappointed. I know I should have done the long one.
And of course now nothing. Of course nothing's going wrong.
Do you remember?
20
So like, are we good?
Um,
Can I just like click? Can I do the soundboard as many times as I want now? Because
I
I did it
don't
like
know, dude.
60 times in a row, and now
Yeah, you overloaded it and it's still not clicking, so I really couldn't tell you.
I'm like, that was
I
my guess. Is
literally
that like,
couldn't fucking
because I did
tell
it
you.
once. I did like the Austin Car one, and then. Did you
I'm-
hear?
We're
it?
Honestly, I don't-
all
when
so
would-
tired.
there it is, you
There
hear
it
it?
is. There it is. It's
Ba-ba-dee,
starting.
ba-ba-dee, clicking,
starting.
clicking.
It's the soundboard. It's the
It's the
soundboard.
soundboard.
Anthony
It's the
is sad. Look at
soundboard.
him.
I don't
He's a
know
sad
why.
boy.
Get big stuff out of here.
What if like mashing it? Why? Oh my god, this shit is pissing me off, dude. This clicking is really getting...
All right. So should we put out an old episode?
We should probably put out an old episode, but maybe we should attach this to the beginning of the old episode so people understand why we're putting an old episode out.
Oh, like put a little like a disclaimer.
Yeah.
Let's put
Well,
this
whatever.
whole-
How the
let's-
fuck are they gonna know?
Let's add this whole thing
I'll-
to the beginning of an episode.
I'll let it together. This is a fucking disaster.
It's the music in the background. That's what does it. It's the music in
Enjoy
the
one of
background.
our first episodes. Thanks for coming by.
Energy equals MC square, M milk, coffee times 2. That's a meme printed out at my work.
Are you serious?
100%. E equals MC square, and it goes E equals energy times milk times coffee square.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I can't believe you put milk in your coffee.
Does it have that picture Albert Einstein like this?
Oh my
There were worse memes printed out of my other job.
You mean like printed out on a piece of paper?
Yes, printed out.
Like an 8.5 by 11, like a small piece of paper.
Yeah, like printer paper
above your clocking like thing.
Yeah, it's like just like taped on some dude's desk. Like,
Just to
that
torment
you walk
you
by.
every day.
I walk by it, and I just want to kill everyone in this place.
All right, guys, welcome to the show. Thanks for listening to another episode of Sorry for Asking. I'm your host, Jake. With me, as always, is the man Anthony Salvatore.
Ah, hello.
And that other guy, Gage Ellsworth.
Jinky.
That's me.
Dinky.
How you guys doing?
Not too bad. It's been 2 weeks since I've seen you guys.
Yeah.
It's
Took a break.
been.
Took a Valentine's break.
Yeah, we had to spend our time with our loved ones and give each other chocolates and Chinese food.
Nobody loves me.
Did you? Is that all you did for Valentine's Day? Still,
Yep.
you just got your.
Yeah, we got Chopsticks Express, and we did nothing. It was awesome. Chopsticks.
Did you make Chinese food too on Valentine's Day?
That was just Gage cooking regular food.
Chicken teriyaki. Not a bite of white rice. No, I don't know what we did. We didn't do anything. No, I'm just kidding. No, we made. Oh no, I didn't do anything. That's right. This was the first Valentine's Day in I don't even know how long where I wasn't the person cooking. I just sat all day.
Megan cooked?
Yeah, she made everything. She made this cheesy kind of like pasta thing she saw on TikTok, and
TikTok, you
it
don't
was
stop.
it was really good. It was just I don't know what kind of noodle, man. It was some kind of rigatoni.
Oh my
I think it was a rigatoni, and there were cherry tomatoes and a Borson cheese. Borson.
Wow.
Have you ever had Borson?
I've never even heard of it.
Neither have I.
Do you see my mustache?
So good.
Of course I know. Of course I had Borson.
You see my olive skin?
Look at that
Of course
guy.
I know what Borson is.
Cool.
Yeah, I had a decent Valentine's Day. It was really
Did you guys enjoy that big game Sunday game?
Big
I
game
did.
Sunday.
$800.
Did you see the video of Tom Brady throwing the trophy to another boat because he was
Yeah.
trashed?
Dude, I loved it.
And then him getting carried out because he was so drunk.
I didn't see him getting carried out, but I saw the video of him tossing that bitch.
I heard about that though. So someone who has like Super Bowl trophies, I guess they're hollow.
Yeah, I heard they weren't heavy.
They're hollow so that it
Yeah.
floats. So like if he would have dropped it, it would have just floated.
Dude,
I
they would've
was
just made him
listening
another
to
one.
Flagrant 2 with Andrew Schultz, and I think they were talking about how the daughter of the guy who created the trophy was saying it was like disrespectful or something
Oh
like
my
that.
God.
And he was like, bitch, you don't even fucking...
That dude won 7 Super Bowls
Yeah, exactly.
himself.
That's Tom Brady.
If I'm Tom Brady, I'm just going to start going into stores and taking stuff. And if they say like, hey, you can't, hey, sir, I'm going to go, fuck you.
And he just turns and they're like,
I won 7 Super Bowls. What are you going to do?
He just flashes his hands.
Right.
He's got all 7 on his hands.
God
Just
damn,
blind
dude.
someone.
That dude's
He's like
fucking-
solar flare, and he just like completely blinds somebody.
That dude's the Thanos of the NFL, dude.
He just snaps his finger.
Makes everyone disappear.
Gets rid of everyone's CT.
That's how Steve keeps running. I'll kill your CTE.
Here it is, boys.
That's like every year, like before the season, Gronk's like brain dead, and then after the season, every gets by like Tom for like a few minutes. He's like, "I'm back to being a scholar. I went to college."
Yeah. Oh, I think that dude's always brain dead, but
He's always been brain dead.
Speaking of sports,
speaking of sports.
Cavaliers, baby.
Cavaliers.
Come on, Cavs.
Oh, speaking of Cavaliers, before we get started, I just want to mention that I did hold the championship trophy. Gage, you
Dude.
remember that?
I remember
What a
that.
great
I saw
day.
that video.
I don't even know how I saw that. I
Here
was
it
on
is.
Facebook, right?
No, you were on Snapchat.
That's what it
You
was.
texted and you said, Channing Frye and Richard Jefferson are at Huntington Bank signing autographs. You should go get one. And
Yes.
I said, okay. So I went with my sister. At the time, I was broke. I was
Shout
working
out
at the
Julia.
darkroom. Shout out Julia, my sister. I was fucking broke, dude. I had like nothing. So I was just going to go get an autograph. So I get to the bank. There's a huge line outside the bank because obviously they were getting ready to do the autographs. But Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye were inside the bank doing commercials because they're doing like little internet commercials for Huntington Bank.
Yeah.
So as I was like, fuck, well, I'm just going to go stand in line. So as I'm walking to the line for my car, the bank manager was just in the parking lot. And he was like, are you a Huntington customer? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, do you want to come in and make a transaction? And I was like, sure. And I just looked at Julie and I was like, hey, could you like take out some money? Because like I'm broke. Like I have no reason to be here other than to get autographs. So whatever, we're waiting in line. I look behind me and I see them. Like I see them shooting. I see the camera guys, the mic dude. And as there was a person in front of us, and I was just like waiting, and I was like, I just said it into the air. I was like, yeah, you guys need help with your commercial? Let me know. All of a sudden, this dude walks up with like a Cavs polo and a clipboard, and he's like, do you want to be in it? And I was like, yeah.
Is this how you join the Illuminati?
No, of course not. There's no such thing as an Illuminati.
You share a bullet, right? Just like...
As you have a gun to the back of your head.
But yeah, long story short, I was in the commercial. I got to, and then Richard Jefferson handed me the trophy. He's like, you can hold this. And I'll tell you, that was heavy.
Dude.
There's no way that shit wasn't hollow.
You know what's crazy about that story? The way I found out about it on Snapchat is they just took a picture of the outside of the bank and they had the text that said, guess where we are.
Really?
And then that's all they said.
Did you know that was the bank?
Yeah, because I passed by it all the time. And I was like, dude, I can't go there because at the time I didn't drive.
Right.
But I was like, Jake lives right next to this thing. Like, I sent him the text and, I didn't even know you were going to do it. And then I don't even know how it happened, but you told me about it, afterwards, and it blew my mind. I was so blown away. Dude, think about that. You held the trophy for the one championship.
Ever that the Cavs won.
Ever. Yeah. That the Cavs won.
I held it in my hands.
In the last
In
40
your
years,
hand.
the city of Cleveland's won.
Damn, dude. That's pretty fucking crazy.
Well, 3 major sports, I guess to say.
Well, yeah. The big
What
dogs.
a great day. Anyways, dude, the Cavaliers.
Yeah, what's going on with...
Come on, guys.
Come on, guys. They put Andre Drummond on the trading block, so he's not playing anymore, and they're trying to get rid of him, which is...
Oh, you're happy
Great
about that?
news.
I
Yes.
don't know enough about the Cavaliers.
We got Jared Allen, which is basically going to be his replacement. So that means Jared Allen's going to get a lot more playing time, and I cannot wait. I've been watching a little bit of their games. They're a little sloppy because, without Andre Drummond, that's a lot of manpower you're losing. He was a beast of a player.
20 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
Is he a center?
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably one of the
Why
best.
are they trading him?
Well, he's got a lot of issues.
Well, he's got his contract expires at the end of the year with the Cavs. So
we don't want to pick up him because we want Jared Allen as our future.
Well, it's like that, and it's we don't want to pay Drummond because it's we're not in that spot to be able
We'd rather give him to a championship contender that'll.
Where did he come from? Didn't he come from
Detroit?
Detroit.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a beast of a player. The only problem is that people give him flack for not putting in 100% effort all the time.
He's getting them paychecks, baby.
Yeah.
But he gets 20. He has the
Dude,
most.
he could be
10
an
and 10
amazing
game
player. He could be the next Tim.
Really?
Yeah, the next Tim Duncan, basically.
Yeah, he could definitely become the next Kwame Brown.
But he just doesn't. He just doesn't.
Be the next fucking.
Stephen Marbury.
Stephen Marbury.
He's gonna go to China and just fucking explode.
Wait, is that the dude from that
nuke
store?
Dude, the Marbury. Do you know who Stephen Marbury is?
I don't
know. He was an NBA player back in the
90s, early 2000s.
I'm talking about that store.
Marbury.
Starbury?
No, it was that. It was
that is.
It was the Dicks for basketball.
I honestly want to think about this, but I feel like
it's gone. They're gone.
Yeah, I know. I have no idea.
My dad got some lights from there because they had a liquidation sale. So
what?
Yeah, he bought lights from the store, the retail store for his shop. He bought 30 of them.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, who would you guys want in a trade? Would you just want draft picks, or would you want another player?
Don't we already have a pretty young team?
Are
you saying more draft picks would be the answer?
I don't think so.
I don't think so
you
either.
could always use those draft picks for stock to trade.
Look at how well Olivier Vernon did with Myles Garrett, a senior player, kind of coaching and mentoring a younger player, or LeBron.
So you would
know what I mean?
What's the thing?
A veteran.
Yes.
That's the thing, though. You're looking at, but you have to look at what Myles Garrett was. Myles Garrett was the number 1 pick overall in a draft. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he picked up Olivier Vernon came and picked up kind of this 3rd round pick guy out of nowhere and kind of made him a star. It was already Myles Garrett already had that talent. It's kind of just someone else to kind of give him that like you said that leadership, just a little bit of guidance. Where the Cavs are still in the spot where they need to find that star player. They're kind of in that search where it's the draft might not be the necessary thing to be our answer, but it's also one player isn't going to be our answer either. One free agent signing isn't going to change our team. It's really we need to find that Giannis, LeBron guy to be able to actually build the team too.
I always feel like we could be the next like Golden State Warriors because I mean think about them. Like Stephen Curry wasn't an amazing player when he first came out of the league. Same with Klay Thompson and all that stuff. And
they were high draft picks.
They weren't. I mean,
no, they were.
Yeah,
they were like the. I think Steph was.
We
like
have
the
those high
pick.
draft picks on our team right now. If we get a solid veteran or two that can just like teach those guys, it would be amazing. But then you're kind of just stacking up the positions that we like. Do we really need a veteran point guard when we have Darius Garland and Colin Sexton? Now you're just like stacking your front court, and then you're just taking away playing time from them. So I don't know. It's hard to like.
And then it's also like
what veterans are out there that you could even
that are going to come to Cleveland.
Yeah, I can't really think of any.
And then it's also like
it's a weird time in the NBA.
You need to, and then it's like to do that, you have to know that one of those guards is going to be turning that talent into like that next level of like the upper echelon of talent to where like you can actually build around him. Where it's like we're not really sure. It's kind of
I know people were talking about getting in a trade with Toronto for like Fred VanVleet or who's that tall guy? Their power forward, small forward.
Siakam? Pascal?
Yeah, Pascal Siakam and then
OG Anunoby?
Yes. They were saying for that guy too, who is a beast of a player.
Wasn't he on the Death Star?
He actually died with the
Obi-Wan Kenobi, right?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
I don't know enough. I don't follow basketball enough to be involved in this conversation.
It's okay. Yeah, no. It's just, I mean, this kind of ties into what we wanted to talk about. I know you wanted to bring up the ownership with the Indians and potentially a hockey team.
As I'm drinking out of my Cleveland Indians racist Chief Wahoo mug.
We all understand.
Memorabilia,
we all understand at this point that the worst, at least in my opinion, the worst ownership group in all of Cleveland is hands down the Dolans, the owners of the Cleveland Indians. You can look at the team in the last 20 years and say that they put consistently good product out on the field, but to have one of the best organizations like in all of the major leagues and to not supplement that the talent that you have in the front office with like backing them with money has been single-handedly the one thing that the Dolans have completely kept this organization from being a contending organization. I mean, it's just like clear, like they went one time and signed a free agent for some buco money when we already were a World Series contender, and that didn't work. And now we're in a complete panic rebuild because they can't afford it or whatever bullshit they want to say. It's like if you're that bad of if you have that good of an organization set up that you can't financially back it, get rid of the fucking team. It's like it's that simple. It's like
the thing that's so sad to me is that we have such a good, I mean, like the management and everything.
Organization. Like the organization is
so good.
The joke around around MLB is that the Indians are essentially a farm team for the rest of the major leagues.
Yeah, because our pitching staff is like our god.
But it's true though. I mean, look at any player that we have comes here, gets on their rookie deal, becomes really good player, and goes to another team and does really amazing.
Who was that dude with the long hair that we just got rid of?
Clevenger.
We got rid of Frankie Lindor.
Bauer.
I don't even want to think about Bauer. Like he's such a hothead, but I loved that. There's no guys like that in baseball. There's no personality. But every time he was on the news, I was like, dude,
the dude never smiled ever.
Yeah,
he was a troll.
He was a huge troll.
He was
a beast of a pitcher, dude.
Fucking when he chucked that ball from the pitcher's mound over the center field wall, and Terry Francona came out. He's like, "Yeah, you're done." Dude. He knew it, but he was like, "You know what? Here's a little fucking oregano and that fucking horse shit," and just launched it into space.
You Italian sauce monkey.
Hey, yeah, you don't.
Why were you mad? You didn't say ginger. He was a little ginger.
Funny shit.
A little teriyaki.
Well.
But that's the thing. It's like the Dolans are such a bad organization or organizational group that they single-handedly have like kept the Indians at bay from being a contender. So it's like at this point, what as an Indians fan can we do about this? It's like at this point we're just like we're hostage by this like fucking terrible organization.
Yeah.
Well, when ticket sales go down, when merchandise sales go down,
Especially after the change.
when attendance shows down.
But that's the thing. Attendance has been down for a long time, and they just blame it on the market. They blame it on this and this
They
and
blame
this.
it on the fans.
They blame it on
How
us.
many times have they blamed it on the fans?
They do.
For,
Like,
not coming
every
to
year,
the
they're
games?
like, well, we'd be a better team if we had better attendance. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like attendance is hand in hand with what the product on the field is. It's like, if the product on the field is going to make the playoffs and lose in the first round, why the fuck do I want to go on these 162 fucking
Right.
games? It's like,
Right.
there's no reason to, because you know that they're not going anywhere. So it's like, you can blame the fans as much as you want, but in reality, it's like, you have to put the product on the field to make the fans come.
I personally go for the $12 8-ounce beers.
Dude,
There's nothing more I like better than paying way too much for a too little beer.
I was just about to bring this up. The prices of the food. I mean, what's the point of going to the game? You want to go and you want to drink and you want to get hammered. And you know you're going to be dumping a lot of
Yeah,
money.
you're in a baseball game.
I mean,
You gonna watch it?
I always pregame because it's like, I know I'm going to
Right.
spend $12 and get hammered before the game.
Here's what you do. You go, you take your ticket. You know how you can go out and come back in when you
Yes.
smoke? Go across the street to the Thirsty Parrot, get
That's why it's always bad.
a cheap drink, and walk back in.
You know how many people do that?
You
A
know-
lot of people.
You know what I do? I take my 2-year-old daughter, I fill up a water bottle full of vodka, and I give it to her, and I have her walk through the metal detector with it, because they're not going to check a water bottle that a 2-year-old daughter is holding.
Just put it in one of those.
Sippy cups?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the next.
Because they're not
thing.
going to be like, let me smell that.
That's when I can
Let
get
me see if
mixed
your daughter's
drinks. I can get
drinking
some mixed
vodka.
drinks in that sippy
Yeah, just
cup.
buy one thing of fucking Pepsi, mix and match the whole game.
Make your daughter chug it.
Come on.
Yeah, she's
Come on, take it.
she's more of a tequila fan, but I mean, she takes after her mother. That whore.
Hey, you know, that's her heritage.
Yeah, my wife's a.
Anyway, sorry for asking.
Sorry for asking.
It's the name of the show,
It's the
and I
name of
threw
the
it in.
show,
I threw it
guys.
in.
I gotta go, guys.
Anyway,
God.
But I mean, that's it. It's just like, I think of the Indians as we're in such a bad spot. We're not going to do anything about it. And then the Dolans are going to blame the fans. And we're just going to be in the same cycle where it's like, my thought is like, if we could get rid of the Indians and bring a hockey team in, I feel like most people who are even baseball fans would be like, I'm 100% for that. But my caveat is, if we brought in that hockey team and the Dolans were still the owners, would you want that? It's like, most of them would say no, because they know that the Dolans are just a shitty fucking ownership group that's not going to do anything.
I don't know why none of the sports teams have. Well, like, why didn't we just make a dome stadium? Why don't we have like a dome baseball
Because we're
stadium?
Cleveland, we like the fucking elements. We bring our fucking lunch pail
I
to work.
understand,
We got
like,
hard hats.
Not having a dome on the football field, like, it's whatever. But like for baseball, no one wants to sit out in the rain or the cold. Like, dude,
no.
It would be a lot better to go to the games.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I hate the snow. Like,
Do clients wonder when you bring your hard hat to work that if it's like a special needs thing or?
No.
You're a
it's-
hardworking guy. You're from Cleveland. You got to bring your lunch pail
I
and
wiped
your
the
hard
sweat
hat
off
to
my
work.
brow. Yeah.
the sweat off my brow. I have one eyebrow.
I always wear shirts with blue collars.
I thought about this. This is a weird thought. Do tattoo artists have really moisturized hands because they put on Aquaphor and stuff all the time?
If I'm ever touching a tattoo, it's with a glove.
Right,
That's
yeah.
true. Okay.
If anything,
If
you could
anything,
argue
your
we
hands are
have
gonna get
dry
sweaty.
hands.
Yeah.
We use alcohol a lot,
Oh, yeah.
like
That's true.
rubbing alcohol.
It's a really stressful
yeah.
job. How much you drink?
A lot. I mean, at least.
I get a rubbing alcohol before work and I get one after.
So there was this dude that Tony was tattooing, my boss Tony, and this guy, I guess he was friends with him from high school or something, and this guy wasn't really all there, whatever.
Yeah.
And this guy's like this super tool douchebag kind of guy.
Sounds like a good guy.
Yeah, my God. Every time this guy would get a tattoo, he would like flex his bicep really, really hard, and Tony would be like, no, dude, like don't do that. And this dude like posts like videos of himself in his basement, like working out, and then he took his phone and he was like, I'm gonna do a video. And Tony's like, okay. And he's just like, all right, we're here live at Lefty's Tattoo. Tony, you want to say anything? And Tony was like, no.
Anyway, not really.
This dude, I guess he like works at a hospital or something like that.
That's weird.
This dude brought his own rubbing alcohol every single time he got tattooed.
Why?
And he'd be like, hold on, I'm going to go out to the car and wipe down his spot with his own rubbing alcohol.
What's the point?
We have 70 70% isopropyl alcohol.
He likes
has
that 90. Because he likes that 90.
He has 90.
I don't like when it burns.
It was just weird. And the guy was just a tool. Whatever.
Dude, I love tools.
But who does it? Who brings their own rubbing alcohol to a tattoo shop?
Yeah.
And then they're like, hold on, I'm going to go out to the parking lot to go rub down my spot on my
Why
arm.
wouldn't he just bring it in?
I don't... Exactly. Why
Because
would
it's going to get infected by the dirty tattoo shop. You want to get infected.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
no, I'm just
That
kidding.
doesn't make any sense.
That's so stupid.
So dumb. But, God, would you guys get snowed on real bad or anything?
Dude,
or?
you know about snow? I'll tell you about snow.
Tell me about snow.
Eric Snowden.
Dude, I was watching a video. All right, we're going to get off too far. I watched a video about Eric Snowden on Joe Rogan. But anyway.
Joe.
I think what I was
Did you
trying
guys
to
hear
get
about
into-
that podcast? Joe Rogan? Dude, it's crazy. I just started watching
Is
it.
that the guy from the WWE?
Yeah, he was on
So this
he was on the morning radio or what was the sitcom? I can't think. He's really great. He has good jokes. Great jokes.
I was walking Sasha this morning, and I was so out of it because I was trying to get ready to come here. So I went to bed at like 2 a.m. because I went out to Barrio last night with my roommates. Had a couple of margaritas, a little tequila.
Just some tacos?
Yes,
Yeah, I did have some tacos. They were good. But anyways, I was walking Sasha, and it was so bright in the morning, and I couldn't even see. I'm so Asian, like my eyes don't open up.
It's just constant sunglasses on all the time.
You know,
I'm so Asian.
I took her across the street, took her down the road, and then she pooped, head back home, and I'm like looking around the house for my phone because usually my alarm goes off at 9 o'clock to take my medication, and I went outside to grab it, and then I'm like, dude, where's my phone? And I'm like looking all around the house. I have Megan call, and she's like, it just went straight to voicemail, and I'm like, that's not good. So I go back outside. I retrace my steps. I look everywhere. It's so fucking bright outside. I'm like, I can't even open my eyes. And I get all the way down to where she pooped, and I turned back around, came back home. I didn't see anything, and I'm like so fucking frustrated at this point. And I'm just like looking around the house, and I'm like, dude, I don't know where it is. I was barely even like awake for like 30 minutes before I walked her, so like it couldn't really be anywhere. So I'm like, I'm gonna check one more time. I cross the street, and as I get to the street, I see this little patch of snow where it's like just, you could tell my phone just like in there. I reach my hand in there and pull it out, and it's just like all snowy. I wipe it down, take it inside, and I just put it in a thing of rice for about an hour. Thank God it works.
Thank God you had rice.
Yeah, I know. Thank God I'm Asian, and I always got rice. So that's the moral of the story.
Is it brown or white?
It was white.
What do you...
Like my skin.
That's not even a question. Is it brown or white?
I hate
Maybe
brown
he's
rice.
Mexico, dude.
Dude,
Maybe
I
he's
hate
healthy.
brown rice.
Dude, maybe he's healthy. I don't
Brown
know.
rice is disgusting.
Maybe it wasn't even rice. Maybe it was quinoa. Who knows?
Sorry for asking.
So yeah, dude, I hate snow, and that's what happened to me this morning. I had a rough day.
Well, you know who
and-
else hates snow? All the people in Texas.
Yeah,
Which leads
dude.
us to our next topic.
Yeah.
Guns.
People. Guns.
Mexicans jumping a border.
That's crazy, though.
It is crazy. Honestly, when it was happening, I was like, my first initial thought was, how could they not like handle this now?
That was
it's not a big
Right.
deal. And then I'm like, oh, they have an independent power grid.
Well,
and
They're all on one
they
grid.
don't prepare for snow at all.
Their
Right.
pipes aren't set up to have
this
any
is like a
level of
once
cold.
in a century
It's
like
like-
snowstorm. Like 70% of this country was like
Covered in snow.
covered in snow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So places that like don't normally get snow got like, to them, like so much snow. Like to
Yeah.
us, obviously it's different. And
Catastrophic.
that was what I was thinking too. Like there were a lot of like things on the internet of people like, you call they had a snowstorm? You don't even know about snowstorms. Come up here north and I'll show you a snowstorm. But it's like these yahoos are, you know,
Yeah.
they're from Texas. They don't know what snow is.
I know. It's like literally just going
And-
to Mexico and being like, here's a bunch of snow.
Right. I don't think they have salt trucks.
They don't have anyone.
Their
plowing.
entire economy and everything that they have was not set up
Yes.
for this once in a century
They
snowstorm.
literally have like old metal pipes that burst because like they're not. It's not meant to have like that
Right.
level of cold.
Did you see the pictures though? Like there were pictures of inside people's houses, like ceiling fans with like 3-foot-long icicles
That's crazy.
inside their house. There are
Yeah,
people like
pipe
in their
breaks,
cars.
That's what I was thinking about too. All those houses and buildings are not insulated.
No.
They're meant to be like easily cooled down
Right.
because it's so hot.
Always.
And when you add cold weather to that, dude, those people are just freezing. And there's like over 40 people who died from hypothermia.
Well, yeah, and then it's like we think of like, oh, they're freezing, go put a jacket on. But like that's because we're from Ohio and we have bucos and bucos amounts of hoodies,
sleeping jackets,
and winter jackets. But it's like when their jacket is like the like thinnest spring hoodie that we would look at, we would laugh at. It's like that's their jacket for when it gets cold. So it's like they don't have like even the like ability to just like bundle up. It's like, you only have
can't
so
even
much.
like drive anywhere if you're stuck at home.
Yeah, a lot of people like can't like move. They can't like leave.
Well, it's like where do you go? Because like everything's shut down. It's like fast food shut down, grocery stores are shut down. It's like so even if you can go and drive, it's like where are you going? Everything has no power or is shut down already.
Right. I saw this thing. It was like for people that have to be evacuated or something like that. You're supposed to freeze water in like a coffee mug like this. Mm-hmm. So you fill it like pretty high, freeze it, take it back out, put a quarter on top, put that back in the freezer. When you come back from like being evacuated or something like that, if you open the freezer and the quarter's still sitting on top, that means all your food is still good to eat.
Yeah,
if the quarter's at the bottom, if there's a hole through the ice and the quarter's at the bottom, your food's not going to be good.
Yeah, it means
if it's a little sunken through, you might still be fine. But I never thought of that hack. So if anyone is listening in Texas, you're leaving your house, whatever, take some of that ice, put it in a coffee mug, toss a quarter on top, shut that freezer door. Hopefully that chicken and tater tots will be just fine when you get back.
Get a Texas quarter too.
A Texas quarter.
Yeah, get a fucking American.
George Bush. George Bush.
George Bush.
I wonder what the Texas state quarter has on the back of it. You know, they always have like the.
Yeah.
I bet you it's like an oil rig.
Isn't ours like an astronaut?
I think it's JFK getting assassinated.
Nice.
it's
like the bullet. It's the bullet. It's from the bullet's point of view, so it's like inside of his head, exploding,
splattering.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
God. Good old president assassination.
Talk about if we were in that situation where like everything shut down and like imagine if what happened to Texas happened to the entire country. Like what would you do? If basically like post-apocalypse scenario, what's the first thing you do?
My man. I think about this every night.
I know.
I think about this to fall asleep. This brings me great comfort. Yeah. In my car right now, if you go open my trunk, there's a black book bag in there. In that black book bag is clothes, a blanket, a flint to start a fire, a knife, a foldable light that is powered by solar.
Picture of my dad.
And a military grade compass.
Military grade?
Compass. Yes.
Wow. No Boy Scout.
What grade? What grade? Like A or B? What kind of student?
It's not like
Navy SEAL.
No, it's probably like a common infantryman's.
So like a B average student.
Yeah, it's not great, but it works.
Yeah, I got you.
ROTC.
I always think about my game plan. Like I'm gonna get up, get my AK-47,
get your guns,
get my ammo, get extra clothes, bring some water, and I'm hitting the road.
Where would you go?
To steal all the cigarettes I can.
Steal all the cigarettes you can.
Yep, I'm gonna hit up every store, just take cigarettes, cartons, because your money ain't gonna mean shit.
Smokes.
That trade cigarettes.
It's basically prison economy.
Yeah, exactly.
Weird, because I thought you'd be hitting a vape shop.
No, I'm smoking.
Yeah, but think about that. If there's no electricity, how do you charge the pens and stuff like that? Cigarettes, it's just spark a match.
We go back to the old days where you get hamsters on wheels.
Yep.
To power your vape.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a hamster-powered vape.
1,000 hamsters in my basement.
Directly wired to your hamster cage.
They're just running on a wheel.
Anthony's just like a mad scientist at home. He's just got like
10
hamsters.
years go by, we don't see him, and like we just see him like scrounging around, and he's like, "Guys, come in!" And he opens the door. There's just like thousands of hamsters
running on the floor.
I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to download some porn.
Ew. So speaking of smoking, I saw an ad. I don't remember what it was, but it was for this company called Oklahoma Smokes. And I was like, what's that? So I looked at it, and it's basically, it looks like a pack of cigarettes. And you open it up, and there's like 20 cigarettes, like you would open in a pack, but it's CBD cigarettes.
Ooh.
And they're saying it's for people that want to quit smoking or vaping. I guess you would smoke less There's no nicotine. There's no tobacco. It's just like CBD. So I was like, I'm going to show it to my brother because my brother's very knowledgeable when it comes to this stuff. You can go on their website and they have lab tests. They have like a PDF files of all their stuff. And I was like, Matt, you should check this out. He's like, yeah, it looks pretty cool. So I bought a pack.
You did? Do you have one?
I don't.
Oh,
I don't. So I just ordered them last night. Yeah. So I'm curious to see. And then it made me think like, what if that's like the next move? Like you go to a store, like obviously with marijuana becoming more and more legalized, whether it be recreational or medicinal or whatever. Can you just imagine walking into a gas station and being like, yeah, can I get a pack of Oklahoma Reds CBD? You know what I mean? And then like people are just walking around smoking, but it's all like cannabis.
There's a company from a show I watched that does CBD dip.
Oh,
like dip pouches, like the dip pouches, but it's like CBD chaw. So it's like. I
think that's going to be the new thing. I think people
CBD cigarettes. So my question is, these cigarettes that you bought, is it like CBD weed or is it CBD like tobacco?
It's weed.
Oh, so it's okay. I see what you're saying.
So
it's gonna taste like weed too, then.
Yeah, here's what they look like.
Oklahoma, interesting.
So they literally look like a pack of cigarettes. Hold on, let me pull up
I want to try one.
I know. Well, when I get them, I'll let you guys try one. So you go on there like FAQ, right?
Yeah.
It says hemp is a nutrient-dense plant derived from the cannabis sativa plant. It's used for industrial uses, food, and medicine. Hemp flower contains cannabinoids like CBD and CBG and terpenes. Together, they deliver a positive feeling, what we're all looking for. And then, so I was like, am I going to get high if I smoke this? Because I'm not really into it.
Yeah.
I kind of have like, I like it and then I don't like it and then I like it and I don't like it. He's like, no, you won't get high
at all.
Even though it says there's trace amounts of THC, it's 0.3%.
Yeah.
It's unlikely that it will show up on a drug test and you won't feel anything. It says if anything, you'll feel
relaxed.
Yeah, calm and relaxed.
What kind of trichomes they got in it?
Oh my god. Tier 3A.
What kind of trichomes you got?
Dude, my brother knows all about this stuff.
Yeah, Matt knows all about those trichomes, dude. He goes hard in the trichomes.
I want to get him on this podcast so bad.
You know how fun that would be?
Because all he would do is laugh.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because his laugh is like, it like sounds fake, but it's real.
Matt's Jake's younger brother.
Yeah, Matt is my brother. He's 14 months younger than me. We're known as Irish twins.
Irish tween. What were we just talking about? Cigarettes, dude. I'm trying to quit smoking, but I bought a pack of cigarettes on the way here because I was so stressed out.
Well, hopefully, dude, I'll give you one. Maybe.
That'd be cool. How much was it?
So it's like $15 for a pack.
Okay.
Which I get, it's high, but it's not tobacco.
CBD,
It's
yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're not meant to just
you're not supposed to smoke 20 of them in a day.
Yeah, no. You're supposed to smoke less and less, but
it makes sense because like they say with like nicotine that it's not just like the physical addiction that you crave. It's like that. I forget what they call it, like the oral, like
oral fixation.
Oral fixation.
I bet you it's gonna smoke like an American Spirit too.
Probably.
Dude, those things take like an hour to finish.
Right.
Anytime that I see someone have it or like I get one, I feel sad about it. I get like a quarter through it and I'm like fucking.
We call those road flares.
Oh yeah.
Because they never go out.
They never fucking go.
It's true.
So we'll see. The only other thing is it'll smell like weed. Even though it's not going to get you high. And the thing is, CBD is legal.
Mm-hmm.
So I could walk down the street smoking that thing. Yeah. But if a police officer smells it and sees me smoking it, obviously I wouldn't be surprised.
He's going to see your hand tattoos. He's going to immediately tap you to the ground.
He's going to shoot you in the back.
And then find I have a gun on my back. And then.
But then he's like, wait a minute. This kid's white. Let's take a step back.
Take it easy.
Let's take a step back.
Take it easy. Put the guns back
right
for
when
now.
You're about to die.
Right.
They're like, wait, is this kid white? They're like, yeah. Fuck, we made a grave mistake here, boys.
Call it in.
You boys going to Mars?
Dude,
boys going to Mars?
So I don't know. I know that like we've put a rover on Mars before, right? This is nothing new. However, is it not the first time a private company is put?
Yeah.
Okay. Just think about it for a minute. We're human beings, right? We were created by other human beings. We are just of this planet.
Some of us are human beings.
Kyle XY.
Everyone
I don't have a belly button. You guys remember that show?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I didn't watch it. Anyway,
I bet you that guy's got a weird sexual fantasy, like
With belly
fixation
buttons.
with like getting cum in his belly button to
I'm
fill it
sure.
up. No.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
But just to think about that, like we made something and then shot it up into the air until
Thousands
it hit
of miles
another
away.
planet, another fucking planet, and then we put it safely on the ground, and now we can like look at videos.
We operate it. And that's the other thing. We operate it from where we're at.
That's
and
insane.
It's crazy.
That's insane.
Like my Wii remote dies out after I walk like 5 feet from the Wii. It's like, how the fuck are they getting that shit to? I mean, clearly Nintendo didn't make the Rover because
They clearly didn't.
Yeah,
It'd be like Hello Kitty and Mario on it too if they did. Can you imagine?
It'd be like, oh no, Rover drift. Like, it's not real.
They put Mario in it and they put the camera in his eyes and he'd like,
Yahoo! Yahoo! You gotta bounce on the aliens' heads for extra coins.
Oh my god.
there you go, dude. Next game. Mario Kart Mars edition.
Do you guys get those advertisements on YouTube that be like, be the first person to go into space or something like that?
No.
Dude,
What are they already signing people up
I don't
to
know.
go?
Like, there's this website you can go to be a part of the first, like, trip to, like, space or something. I don't know, like a tourist attraction.
They're just sending normal citizens up there to test.
I see that advertisement maybe like once or twice.
What's the company called?
I don't know. I keep forgetting. Next time I
That's
see it, I'll write it
bizarre.
down and then I'll bring it back up.
That's
Who would
really
want to be
bizarre.
the first?
I would not want to get on a.
Not the first.
No.
I would not want to
maybe
be the first.
second or third.
But I would go
Yeah.
if I had the chance, and if it had been tested and I knew it was
Okay.
safe. I'd go.
There was 3 boats of like the Titanic size. All 3 of them sank.
That's
What?
not good.
Like there was 3 different like Titanics. It was like Titanic. It was like the Nina.
The sister ships.
There were 2 other sister ships.
Is this real?
They both got hit by different things and went down.
For real? This is the
So
actual
it's like-
real thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one was blown up during the war.
One hit like a German mine,
Yeah.
and then I think a different. I think it was the other one got.
Stop making that model, guys.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So like,
You know? Like,
3
stop.
Unsinkable.
3 ginormous unsinkable ships sank in their first voyage. Why the fuck do you think you're special going to Mars and that's not going to happen to you?
Yeah. There's 2 kinds of people. People who are willing to sit in the very front of a roller coaster when they've never done it before, and then the other people who want to sit behind the psychos.
I wouldn't even go on a roller coaster. Tell you the
Neither.
truth.
And if I do, I'm definitely sitting way in the back.
I'm just not
So
going.
Well, I
see
think
8
that's just
different
how
people
the-
die before I do.
I think that's how society is set up.
a little bit of impact.
Like, okay, the first
Yeah.
one, second
Little-
one,
little cushion.
okay. And, you know, and that
You'll
half
walk
a
away
second.
with a
The
couple
third person's head gets
bruises.
cut off and you're starting to try to figure out how to pull the thing off your shoulders.
Okay, let me get comfortable.
Yeah, you got this incoming. Yeah.
Okay, that guy's about 5'6". I'm about 6'1", so maybe if I can get a little higher than him, it'll cut my arms instead of not my head up.
Dude, there are times where I feel like I'm going to lose my head on a roller coaster, especially at Cedar Point. I'm never going back. Megan always tries to convince me to go. She's like, especially when summer comes around, she's like, "Oh, we're going to Cedar Point. You know, my sister, her friends, whatever. You want to come?" I'm like, "No,
No.
I don't want to go."
I've never been. Never been to Cedar Point once.
It's cool, but like once is enough. Like I am terrified. My hands are sweating just thinking about it.
Your hands are always sweating.
I was just gonna say, what's the
I
difference?
forget
If you know
we
me,
talked about what's the name
hands
of
sweat.
the thing. What is it? It's like hyperhidrosis.
Yeah.
One of my name suggestions was wet hands, dry humor.
Holy shit!
I would clap, but my hands are too wet.
Yeah, you just hear,
It would just sound like I'm stepping in a puddle.
Hey,
or you're on your OnlyFans.
put on your raincoats. Gage is coming.
Talking about wet hands, Crystalia.
Ooh, that's crazy.
Dude, honestly, before we got here, Jake mentioned that Crystalia had put up a video explaining what had happened to him. And if you're unaware, there were allegations, and he was canceled, quote unquote. And
By society.
I mean, I'll say it. I was a pretty big fan of him. I thought his podcast was funny, and
Dude,
it was just something to listen to.
I religiously listened
Yeah.
I was more of a fan of
Congratulations.
him on podcast.
Yeah.
Then on stage, me
Yes,
too.
yeah.
Me too.
I'm not a huge fan of his stand-up.
His stand-up
It's not
is
bad.
okay.
Yeah.
I just mean like I listened to his podcast a couple times. I was more of a fan of him when he was on other people's podcasts.
10-minute podcast will probably be one of my favorite things of all time. And he was a huge part of that. When he got canceled, I was kind of sad, but now that he's back. I wonder if he's gonna start.
I think he does because he said he wanted to kind of get back into it.
He did plug his podcast name in the middle of that thing too. I don't know if you guys heard that.
I didn't.
He plugged it. I was like, that's a little kind of an odd thing to do in the middle of your apology.
It's been a year.
Yeah,
it's been
I
a
mean,
year.
No, I know, but it's just like.
Yeah, it's crazy,
But I think most people forgot about it though, because when that came out, dude, when that came out, like immediately, like 20 billion other things happen. I mean, the news in America, it's like ever changing. It doesn't matter how disastrous the news is. Like, do people still talk about COVID? Not like they used to.
No.
It's just on to the next one. Then the election. On to the next one. Then
I know the internet
School
is like
shootings.
it's
On to the next one.
Oh, that's like years ago.
It's so volatile. Like things will just change every day. Like next day, there's gonna be something that people are gonna blow up for the next 2-3 months.
Wall Street bets.
Well,
I mean,
it's
that
just
blew up
yeah,
for like
dude,
weeks,
I mean,
and now
but it's just like the news is like, hey, look over here, look over here, look over here.
Yeah.
Oh, something else happened. Look over here, look over here, and then us just like, we just watch it all happen.
Instagram added a new filter.
Right.
Go fuck yourself.
Did you hear that TikTok?
TikTok.
Did you see that TikTok?
TikTok, you don't stop.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm kind of happy that he posted it. I can't wait to watch the rest of it.
Yeah.
But
Wasn't he was like filming a movie like not too
yeah, he
long
was supposed to be in
before.
like a zombie movie, right?
Yep.
I wonder what happened with that.
Well,
They
probably when that
He probably
happened, they
died.
Probably
He probably got killed
died,
off.
Yeah.
they probably
They went reverse.
Yeah,
they went
that's
reverse
crazy.
Hollywood, and they killed the white guy off first.
I know Brian Callen's back. He's been
Oh
on
shit.
A couple podcasts.
I think it
He's
was
with
Joe Coy or something. Like
He's with Steve Byrne,
Steve Byrne,
doing
okay,
a
nice.
podcast called Big and Hungry, and he was also on. He was back on T-Fat-K.
is it racist that I called Steve Byrne Joe Coy?
They're pretty much the same person.
I feel bad.
I
feel bad.
I like Joe Coy better than Steve Byrne.
Ah,
Steve
see,
Byrne's a
I
little
actually
dry.
might go the opposite. I might
You know
like
what's-
Steve Byrne better. I think.
really weird is that there's a tattooer named Steve Byrne,
Really?
and he's
Is
phenomenal.
he Asian?
No,
Okay.
he's
That'd be
British.
crazy.
He's British.
Wow.
But
I
he
look
works
it
in
up.
Austin, Texas, and I was gonna get tattooed by him, and I ended up not doing
We
it.
should go to Texas.
Texas is
We
awesome.
should go on a crazy road trip together.
Let's go help.
Get naked and make out.
Let's go help. Let's bring
you did
coats
that
and
in the
water
car.
and soup and stuff.
Oh,
Canned food.
I want to go on vacation, man.
Have you ever been to Texas before?
Well, for layover.
But you didn't
No.
get to like go out and
No,
explore.
I was in Dallas, and their airport's huge, crazy huge, and I walked.
Did you take
around
the
for-
little train?
Yeah. What'd you go there for?
Me and Taylor went to Austin City Limits.
Yes, right.
We
Dude,
flew. Yeah,
that airport's crazy.
yeah, it's
dude.
crazy. It's huge.
I ate Popeyes there while I was waiting for my flight.
Popeye sucks.
Popeye's
Yeah, I also
chicken
bought a
is
pack of cigarettes for
shiznit.
$12 or something
Dude,
crazy.
I
New
bought-
York
dude,
is $15.
Yeah.
They were like 15 down in Hawaii.
A pack.
And they weren't even good. It was like I had to buy like Marlboro menthol.
Ew.
Like, that was all they had. I was so upset. I'm like, dude, I just
They had
paid.
Marlboro menthols and spam.
Ain't no smoke in paradise.
Dude, you would not be surprised the amount of spam.
They love it, dude.
Dude,
I've
like you
never
go
had
into like
spam.
7-Eleven.
It's an Asian thing.
You
It's
go
like
into 7
Hawaii, Filipino.
You go into like a 7-Eleven and they have like a legit like like the
Like those
hot
car-
dog roaster things.
Yeah.
They have like legit like spam sandwiches and those
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of things.
I
and
would
shit.
try it.
Have you ever had spam?
Never once.
Amazing.
I heard it's really salty.
It's really salty.
Yeah.
It kind of tastes like a mixture between like ham and bacon.
That sounds good.
It's really
I'd be
good.
into that.
It's really good. Fried up. Have you ever had spam?
Yeah, I think a little piece of
You
it.
guys are missing out. I probably eat it once a month.
Too white.
Do you really?
Oh yeah.
I'll-
It's a Filipino thing. for
I've
sure.
seen ads about
Do you
people
like Sprite too?
making tacos.
I don't. My mom loves Sprite,
Like
dude.
you knew it immediately.
My
what I'm
mom
talking about, though.
loves
I
Sprite.
knew what I'm talking about.
Dude, she'll buy a 20-ounce bottle of Sprite when I was like a kid, we'd go to Walmart, she'll buy one and just open it up and take the first sip. That's it. She's like, that was good. You want the rest?
That was really good.
She that's all she wants. She just wants the first sip out of a fresh Sprite.
It's the most crisp. It's the most crisp the second you open it.
The second joke.
The second you
Just
open it
the
is
second you
very,
open it,
very
Oh,
crisp.
hit your tongue. It's so just that nice crisp.
Sparkly.
Like I just love how you knew what I was talking about.
Dude,
the
I know.
Filipino
It's
Sprite thing.
It's a weird thing. They put Sprite. They use Sprite as like a marinade for meat. And
Yeah,
pork.
dude. Yeah.
I've had. Okay.
Or Pepsi. Taylor's
Yes.
mom makes ribs and she cooks it in Pepsi.
Ooh.
And she cooks it for hours.
She's
and
Filipino?
No.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, your girlfriend's really white for being that Filipino.
She's actually black.
I didn't know she was albino.
But No, the meat just
I could tell she's black. She really
falls off the
super
bones.
hood.
Just slides in your
Oh
mouth.
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
And out
It's
your
that
mouth.
accent.
She's
She got that
hood.
like hood, like, hey yo, what up, brother?
Yo, hey,
Hey, what's going on, Jake? How you doing,
What's
man?
up, girl?
Give me a kiss, baby.
I just can't wait
So-
for Taylor to hear this back and hear this and be like, what the?
Well, she'll know exactly what you're talking about. My mom had an idea for we should do a Mother's Day episode, and we're not on it at all.
And our moms just come
My
in.
mom here, your mom there, your mom there. They do the podcast.
You know how crazy that would be if we brought Anthony's mom? She would say the most racially charged shit.
Let's do it. Let's get it going.
Oh,
Get
God, it makes
my
me
mom.
hurt. It
I'll
makes
bring
me
her
hurt just
some
thinking about it.
wine.
Or we
Speaking
could.
of my awful family, okay, I just have a weird story. It's so my dad got diagnosed with prostate cancer a few months ago, and so now he's at the point where he's been told he needs to take it easy. So on Wednesday, my dad's idea of taking it easy was after a good 1.5 foot snow, his idea was that he now needs to sell and get rid of his 1972 Stingray Corvette, and he needed to move it from the backyard to the front yard in 1.5 foot of snow. So he put a come along.
Not the easiest thing to do.
No, so when my sister told
I like
me
this little project he's doing.
she sent me a video of after 4 hours of her and him moving stuff along. He got a come along attached to these like 3 trees, and with a chain would pull it inch by inch, and she would take 6 of these like 60-pound plywood boards, like flat plywood boards,
Yeah.
and position them on each one of the wheels as he like slowly would pull the chain in this she did this for 4 hours with him because
Wow.
because my dad needs to sell this Corvette because he has no money.
Right.
But in reality, they're doing great on money. My dad is just like fucking crazy OCD now, and he's just like when something
Time to sell the car.
when something comes in his mind that he needs done, it doesn't matter if there's 1.5 foot of snow on the ground, that he's gonna go get it done.
That's old school, man.
Time to sell the Stingray.
But it's like the fucking craziest
Time's
thing
come.
ever because it looks so hillbilly when you look. My sister said that there was a little girl, our back door neighbor, like our back neighbor. Her daughter got come off the bus, and she said she saw her come from the bus and look down at us at our backyard and just see my sister and my dad pulling this Corvette in the middle of the winter through the backyard. And the best part of it,
Chains and plywood.
the steering wheel was like kind of locked, and they couldn't the doors wouldn't open. So the passenger and the driver's side doors wouldn't open. So my sister would have to jump through the T-tops to move the wheel. So it's literally the most hillbilly
Janky as hell.
setup you ever will see. But that's just like how my dad gets shit done.
That's how he rolls, man.
He's got to get rid of
So
that.
did he get it out to the front?
Pretty sure.
All right. Well, if anyone's interested in a 1972 Stingray Corvette,
1972
T-tops
Stingray
got
food
brand.
poisoning?
My mom and dad just put brand new front wheels on it.
ready to go. Whoever wants it,
Ready
it's
to
up
go.
for sale.
Four paint coats of paint come with it, so you got to do a little
Right.
Bondo work to it. It'll come out real nice.
Nothing says
fun
Ohio
project.
driving like a 1972 Stingray Corvette, baby.
It's got a nice paint, yellow and red, and then a nice baby blue, nice gray. It was a real nice color.
I want my car to look like McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I hate myself.
I hate
I hate myself.
I'm a little sweaty right now, man.
Sweaty?
Wow.
Were your
It's
hands
kinda
sweaty?
Cold out there.
Dude, why am I not sweaty? I'm
Dang,
cold,
dude, we're
sweaty,
always gonna
and
bring that up.
You have no idea. No one will understand that me and Gage will play a video game together that'll be like a 15 to 20 minute game. When I go to nux him, I can feel the sweat from the other side of his hand.
It just permeates.
Sounds like this.
Exactly.
I can't help it. I can't
You
help
can't do
it.
anything about it, but my God.
Wet hands and dry humor. I like that.
Have you guys have you guys ever had like a dream and then you like you wake up and like you know it was a dream and you know you're awake, but it feels so real?
Like
Like
deja
are you
vu?
like no like you have a dream, you know it was a dream, but you wake up and you're like not 100% sure if it was real or
Yes.
not, and you like I'll like check my phone.
Yeah.
Because I'll have like a dream about something and I'll be like, what the like is my mom okay? And like I'll text her, and you know what I mean? Or like
There are times where I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll look at my phone in a daze and it'll say like a certain time, and I'll lay my head back down thinking it's that time, and then so much time will go by.
Yes.
And it's like still the same time.
Typically, when I get dreams like that, the event that happens is so like very like possible, like it's a very realistic thing.
Right.
That down the line, it will more than likely happen. Maybe not in the exact same way, but like enough events will have led that I will get deja vu from it. Because I know exactly what you're saying. Like, it's such a typical like. It's like it almost feels like you're just kind of like in a daze going through your morning or something like that. Like it's a very, like full of events that you've had happen or seen before.
The day the Browns played the Chiefs, the night before, I dreamt that the Browns lost, and I didn't say anything the whole day.
This is so wild, and we've never talked about this before. That morning, I fell asleep because the game was on late, and I woke up in the middle of the night and I checked the score. And I was like, it said that the Browns have lost by like 3 points or whatever. And then I went back to bed, woke up, and saw that they won. And I was like, what the hell? Like, I swear, I checked my phone and I saw that the Browns lost the game. And it was so wild. I woke up and I'm like, did I really just dream that?
Wait, you dreamt that they won?
No, in reality, they won the game. I'm not talking about the playoff game. I'm talking about the regular season game where we played them. Or no, maybe I'm thinking of the Steelers game. That's what it was.
Yeah.
When we played the Steelers.
In the playoffs? Or no, because we watched that game together.
Yeah.
You're talking about the week before when they played Mason Rudolph, the second team?
Something like that, man. But I remember waking up and checking the score, and it said we lost the game. And then I woke up, and it said we won. And it was crazy. But I was going to ask you guys, have you ever had a dream that... have you ever had a dream as a child that you thought was real, like it actually happened to you, but like when you think back on it, you're like, that must have been a dream?
Yes. That you are convinced that it happened, but it didn't. It was actually a dream.
I had this dream when I was living in North Royalton when I was a little kid, and I swore that I like was outside and my entire family was outside and they were just like doing whatever. I think my dad was like grilling or something. My brother was like skateboarding. My mom was just outside hanging out. My aunt was there, my cousins. And I remember stepping on a nail. And I remember it didn't really hurt, but I remember like falling to the ground, looking at my foot and physically seeing there was a nail. And then whatever, like that's a memory I still have to this day where it's like clear as day. And like, I asked my mom about it so many times. She's like, that never happened.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
It was just so vivid in my head, like the memory of it.
Is it a reoccurring dream? Like
no, it only happened that one time, but like I would always like think back on it. And I'm like, oh, remember why that happened?
It was a vivid enough dream that you remember it. Do you guys have
a lot of dreams like that?
Do you guys have any like reoccurring dreams?
Yes.
The ones that I have are always in the same vein, but it's not in the same places.
I have this really weird reoccurring dream. What happens is reoccurring. The setting is sometimes different.
Yes.
I don't know if this is like secret Viking ancestry coming up in me, but like it's always that I see wolves, like a pack of wolves.
You telling me about this
in the horizon, like away from me. And I always remember thinking to myself in the dream, like, I'm okay because they're not close by me.
Yeah.
And then the next thing I know, they're like
right in front of you,
running at me and like biting me. And I'm like trying to punch them, but I can't. And I just can't do it. And then I usually do one of those like where I wake up. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
It's always wolves. And then sometimes in the dream, I'll be like, the wolves were there. And then I'm like, okay, they ran away. I'm gone. And I'll like put my hand, like I'll brush my hand against my thigh and I'll look up at my hand covered in blood.
No.
And then I wake up.
That's so crazy.
I've had this recurring dream for years.
Wow.
I don't know what that means, but it's been going on for a long time.
Is it like a certain time? Let's say like, do you ever have, is it like, do you notice anything like similar into like the time periods when you have it? Does that make sense?
No.
Like anything like kind of like reoccurring that could be causing it?
Nothing that stands out. Nothing that makes me think that
I've
for a
had
reason.
one that I guess I call it reoccurring because I've had it like 4 or 5 times, but I haven't had it in like probably a couple years at this point. And it was I trick or treated at my grandma's house, and she lived on a corner of a street, and there's a street right next to it that dead ended, and it was me and my sister trick or treating. I don't know how, but you like can tell the time of year, and like in the dream you're like, oh, it's Halloween. Like I know it's Halloween. And we go to trick or treat. We like leave my grandma's house and we start walking down the street and we start getting chased by either like Freddy or Mike Myers, like typical horror movie character. Like I can't remember. I think it's Mike Myers. And like as we're getting chased, we go like up the street, down it, and then we run to my grandma's like woods in the back. And as soon as we hit the tree line of the woods, he like appears in front of us.
Oh jeez,
So
that's
my hands
so
are sweating.
scary.
Yeah.
And then the
Your
dream
hands are
just
always
like
sweaty.
keeps
Yeah, that's right.
running at me, and then the dream just ends.
Wow.
And
You
then-
had that multiple times?
Like 4 or 5 times,
crazy.
and it's like
Wow.
it's never like it's always like really far time apart between the dreams, but it's like it's the same exact dream.
Is it ever during Halloween?
No, I don't. It's never.
Just
I
like
don't.
randomly throughout the year?
Yeah.
I don't
That's
really
so
remember
weird.
the last time when it was, but it's like I feel like it's been a few years. But it's like I'd had that same dream like a few times.
That's so weird you say that because I've had a dream where something similar to that has happened with Michael Myers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I run in the house, I look in the mirror, all of a sudden, I have a lesbian haircut. I look at the mirror, and I'm Jamie Lee Curtis. I look down at my hand, and there's a cup of Activia yogurt. I wake up.
I thought you were serious.
No. Sorry, I had to, dude.
You're all good. You're all good.
You hooked me so
I'm
hard.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Why didn't you speak in Filipino then?
Chido Wan Chingwa.
Dude, the only recurring dreams I really have are I'm always in like some sort of like big apartment complex or like a hotel, or it's like in that style where there's like multiple floors, elevators, stairwells, rooms, and I always know where I'm going, or like I'm never like scared or anything.
Yeah.
But there's always just random shit that just happens. And recently I had a dream where I was leaving the building or wherever I was, and I was holding this door open for a guy that was coming in, and I noticed that a UPS guy was parked outside and there was a package to my left. So I go to pick it up, and like as he's coming in, I'm holding the door open. I look at the package, and it's for a girl named Hannah. And like, my dreams are so boring and lame that the name that I came up with while I was dreaming was Hannah. And I asked the guy, I'm like, do you know anybody? Like, even in my dream, I'm like, this is so ridiculous. Because I'm like looking at the guy, and I'm like, do you know who Hannah is? Like, who fucking names themselves Hannah? And he's like,
Korean pop star.
the funny thing is he looks at me, he's like, oh yeah, it's right here. And like he just buzzes it, and then she comes out and she's like, thanks for getting my package.
Her dad's name is Howard.
Howard
Hannah.
I actually know where this dream is taking place. Sorry. That's a great song.
It's alone.
Do you know Tony's friend? His name's Mark Reese. He's Joe Walsh's guitar tech
Who's Joe Walsh?
from the Eagles, guitar player.
Who's the Eagles?
The,
He is the guitar tech for him?
yeah,
The Eagles.
And he's
the,
doing it to this
the Hotel
day?
California. That's the Eagles.
the Eagles, the Philadelphia football
I know they
team.
made music too.
Yeah, it's Donovan McNabb, Joe Walsh, and Andy Reid. Yeah, dude. His Facebook profile picture is him talking with Joe Walsh and Paul McCartney.
Wow.
Yeah, like this dude just, and I've met him.
Really? That's a
McCartney.
pretty cool
This
job.
dude just like knows Paul McCartney.
What a life.
McCartney. I think I've heard that name before.
Yeah, he was in a band called the Rolling Stones.
McCartney. No, I had a
This old
I had
man's
a-
a Rolling Stone?
no, I had a delivery guy. I think his last name was McCartney. I think he was a good guy. He was a real.
You're
good
thinking
guy.
of McCarthy's, the restaurant that I talked about last time.
No.
McCarthy's. Daniel McCarthy's restaurant. Great
Danny-
Cleveland restaurant.
I actually, I used to know this really
Mike
cute
McCarthy.
girl, and her name was Hannah.
Wait, you actually knew a person named Hannah?
No,
Oh, you fucker.
sorry.
My favorite comedian is a lady named Hannah. Hannah Gatsby.
She's so cute and sexy.
Yeah, she
I
got
like Jay
that
Gatsby.
bod. She got that bod.
Dang.
I objectify women because I'm cool.
Placing an independent variable. What? Dude, shut up. Shut up, I'm Asian.
Sorry for
Don't
asking.
know ya.
Uh,
Don't get me wrong.
I've been trying to plug that name this whole show.
what? Sorry
for
for
asking.
asking, but I like that name. And if you like that name too, hit us up at sorryforasking@gmail.com and let us know.
Send in your questions, comments, critiques.
Comments, concerns.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram.
You tell your kid to calm down.
Podcast. Don't tell me how to. I mean, that's my kid, bro.
Dude, I just want
He
you
needs
to
to
know
get beat
that
up. By my kid.
if we're going to
give
do
him
this
a fair amount of
podcast, I
beating.
think we should all, have a share in what goes on. And I just think.
No wonder why they're jumping.
Are we not going to bring up the fact Anthony dyed his fucking hair?
I didn't want to say anything because I wasn't sure. It's so minimal.
I know. Like, you can. From this angle, I can only see the black, but when he turns his head, it's just red.
It's like there's like a glare of redness to it.
Yeah. We went how many minutes have we gone without?
We're already over an hour.
We've been an hour. We have not mentioned that Anthony came in here with half of his head dyed a different color.
That color is the end part of Ozzy Osbourne's hair.
Yeah,
it's like a dark burgundy brown, like it looks like a brick.
I like that it kind of it doesn't stand out from the other color in your hair.
I know, it's a part of it.
Because if you look at it from this angle, you can't really tell until you turn your head that way. And then it's like, oh, okay. Now
Is it
I
your
see
whole
it.
head?
No, it's only half.
Look that way. Look, it's black.
It's my regular hair.
Yeah.
Look at the back of his head.
Half and half. Wow.
It's crazy. I can't believe that.
Yeah, when he first got here, I noticed it, but I was like, I don't know. Has it always been that color?
In different light, it's harder to tell because I went to his house and I was like, oh, okay, like I see it. But in this light, you can fucking see it clear as day. And I can't believe I haven't said anything.
Jake, you didn't say
I didn't want to say anything because I don't want to be like, oh, you're a shitty friend. You never noticed the color his hair is.
Look, make no mistake, you are a shitty friend.
Yeah, no, your introductions say so.
All right, good.
I'm just kidding. It's all love.
I gave you a better.
No, you gave exactly. That's why I laughed at the
Making
meeting.
up
I was
for
like,
it.
I'm gonna laugh so hard when I hear it because I'm like, oh yeah, I remember now.
I love that we're doing this, guys.
Yeah,
feels great.
Feels good. This is a good one today.
A little tingly sensation in my pee. In my
You guys ever have any sex dreams? I'm thinking of weird dreams. You guys ever have any like sex dreams?
Yes.
I wish I did.
I've never had a wet dream, but I've had a sex dream.
I've never had any wet dream. Do you have any of your sex dreams that you can like? I forget what they call it when you can like manipulate it. I've had a sex
lucid
dream.
dreaming.
I've had a
lucid sexy dreams.
I remember. That's my band name. Shout out.
Lucid Sexy Dreams? Dude, that'd be a really good band name.
Lucid Hot Sexy Dreams.
It would be me and a keytar the whole day.
Dude,
just me and a keytar.
If you were to play any instrument, it would 100% be the keytar. I can't see you with anything else in your hand besides a keytar.
Wait, triangle?
Nope. Keytar.
Okay.
You would rock.
Yeah, I don't know. I only had one in my lifetime where it was like I can remember being a sex dream and then like being like, oh, it'd be cool if this happened, and then like it actually happened, and being like, well, that's weird, and then like I wake up with a crazy boner, and I'm just like,
whoa,
I want to go back to sleep.
Morning wood.
I've never woken up with a boner. Actually, I don't think I've ever had a boner. Yeah.
Show is brought to you by Blue Chew. If ED is a problem in your life, be sure to hit up Blue Chew. BlueChew.co / sorry for asking.
If you got boner problems, get a motorcycle.
I feel like a lot of dudes do that.
The sweet vibration.
That was my solution.
And that's the show.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening to another episode of Sorry for Asking. We will catch you guys next time.
Hit me up for that 72 Corvette.